What is up, guys? I'm Weezna, and as always, we're here at my studio, True Sound Studios. And okay, so let me explain the title of this video.
True Sound Studios is in your ears.
So about maybe a year and a half ago, me and my wife started talking about, I have different needs now for my studio. I don't know if you guys know this, my wife works from home also. And, our lives have just kind of changed. We kept saying we just wanted to, just fix up this room a little bit or do this and that so that the house would be ready to sell, including the studio. So if you guys don't know, my studio is in the garage and shed, and then the house is literally right there, 10 feet away. About 2 weeks ago, we had the realtor come over and just kind of give us a rough idea of how much we could sell the house and the studio for. We had a number. She told us we could sell it for even a little bit more than that, and we finally put this house up for sale. So what I'm trying to say is we put the house up for sale. This house and this studio has been sold, and we've actually already gone and bought a new house. So obviously we just got to wait for all the paperwork and the, all the things that need to go on in between inspections and mortgages and all that stuff so that we can get our new house. So in just about 1 month from today, this studio will officially close down. And the new owners actually want to keep the garage and shed exactly the way it is right now. So they're essentially going to have a finished control room, storage room, and vocal booth that, they can use for whatever. I'm not really sure what they're going to do. I didn't ask. Kind of hurts my heart a little bit to know, if they're going to tear it down eventually or whatever. But it's a great space out here. So here's what's going to happen. Somewhere around December 10th, I'm going to close down the studio and I'm going to pack it all up. And you guys will even see, even more of how this room was put together and built, because I'm going to film the whole disassembly of the studio. So you guys will have even a little bit more insight, because this exact gear, essentially this exact setup, is just going to go to a brand new space. Then obviously we'll be at the new house, at the new space, at the new studio. So for anybody who watches this channel and, expects tutorials and stuff like that, if you're not really interested in how a control room is built or how a vocal booth is built or a drum room or about, acoustic insulation or even soundproofing, the next few months might not be as wonderful for you guys to watch, because I am going to film essentially me building a brand new recording studio from the ground up. So this new studio is going to be a garage and actually sunroom that we're going to convert, obviously, fully soundproof, and obviously do all the acoustic treatment to make this space sound better, and I say better than this studio. One of the reasons I know it's going to be better is I've actually contracted a acoustic company to design my new control room and my vocal booth. They're not going to be the ones who are building it, but they're going to give me the plans. And the reason why is I want this thing to be even better than this studio. The studio has a few little flaws in it, and I do not want those things to happen again. I want a new, really, something even better. And the other reason is me and my wife actually both work from home. So my wife works in the house. I work out here in the garage. Well, this new house, my studio is actually going to be in the house. So my wife's going to be not too far away, and I need to make sure that, what's going on in the studio doesn't, leak out of the walls and get into her office and, bother her. The soundproofing. So the soundproofing part of it is really what essentially I'm going to be showing you guys is, obviously how to build the structure, the subfloors, the walls and stuff like that, but the soundproofing, not letting what happens inside of the control room or even the vocal booth leave and escape out of the room, and then also vice versa. If there's any noise outside, I don't want it to come in. I want it to be a totally really quiet control room and vocal booth. So you guys will see that from the beginning to the end. Okay, so here is the timeline of this whole thing. December 10th is pretty much the end of the studio. In the meantime, I still gotta like rebuild stuff. I'm gonna rebuild both of those racks that are on the side of the mixing console. I'm gonna rebuild them so they both match. They're actually two different racks. So I'm gonna rebuild those in the meantime. So then after December 10th, there's probably gonna be 3-4 days of packing and moving. So nothing too exciting about that. But then December 15th, somewhere around there, I know it's really close to the holidays, but I am going to start tearing apart the house. So we got to gut it first, and then start obviously building, rebuilding the entire house, and then obviously build the studio. So I'm thinking maybe by the end of January, I will have a brand new studio fully built. Hopefully the house will be done then. I'm thinking, you know, a month and a half, I will be down. I won't have a studio. Maybe I'll have that temporary studio set up so that I can at least do some tutorial videos. But yeah, that's what I think is gonna happen. And then, you know, maybe starting February, I will go back to just, you know, what I've been doing on this channel. So real quick here, this is actually the first design, and what we were actually going to do at the beginning was I was going to build one of those tiny homes, if you guys have ever seen it. And then over here would be the mixing console. I got this big 14-foot area to you know, to have room for people to sit in, or even potentially do drums. And then we're going to have a full shower, bathroom, kitchenette, loft area, and then the bottom of the loft would actually be a vocal booth. So that was great, but then we decided that the tiny home thing really wasn't going to work out. It just wasn't what we wanted. It was going to be just so much money. We're going to have to wait so long to even get the tiny home trailer, just a flat trailer, to show up at our house, and it just wasn't going to work out with the timing of everything else. Not to mention, I live in Buffalo. We have a ton of snow here, and I was essentially gonna have to build my new studio in the snow. Not really something I was looking forward to. So the new plan is to build it, like I said, in the garage and the sunroom, which happens to be these two massive spaces, 13.5-foot ceilings. I mean, it's gonna be really awesome. So here is the new plan. Mixing console over here in this like diamond shaped room, and this is actually going to be a little smaller than my current studio, but I am okay with it because I really think that, you know, the way that we're going to design the space and all the acoustic treatment is going to be so much better than it was before. I will have just like a very simple couch in the back, and really it's not going to be too crazy of a recording studio, besides the fact that it's going to be amazingly acoustically treated, and that is really what you want in a control room, you know, in the space that I'm going to mix and master in. And then back here will be a totally isolated, separate structure that's going to have the vocal booth, a storage room, and a separate bathroom that's going to be essentially like confined in this space. And then I just been recently planning out all the electrical and all the things I have to remember while I'm building the space. And then just really quick, here's an older drawing of this was the tiny home drawing, but that's irrelevant. So anyways, guys, after about December 10th, somewhere in that time frame, I will start doing videos that is going to be a little bit more of the how to build a control room, how to soundproof, how to build acoustic panels, how to wire a studio from scratch. Even something as simple as how I hook up all these LEDs all over the place, and I'll show you guys really how easy that is. And you guys will just see the entire studio build from scratch, where we just have concrete floors, all the way up to, you know, building an entire functional, professional recording studio. So I hope that's going to be really cool for you guys. Till then, you know, that's kind of been the reason I started doing this remodel of the studios, because I'm kind of prepping everything for the new studio, the new home of True Sound. And also, you know, between buying the house, selling the house, all this stuff has just been overwhelming. You know, I'm sorry about the shortage of videos on this channel. I promise I am not going away. As soon as, you know, we get to the building in the new studio, the videos are going to go up, you know, at least how many I do per week. And after that, it'll be back to normal. Anyways, guys, I appreciate you sticking with me through this whole process. I hope you guys are going to really want to see the studio build from scratch. I think this is going to be some amazing information for you guys who are thinking about remodeling or rebuilding or even building a studio from scratch. You guys will see some insight on how to do it. And also, you know, I don't know everything, which is the reason why I'm contracting out an acoustic company to really make this as good as humanly possible. So guys, thanks for watching this video. Until I close the studio, I'm still going to try to push out some more videos, some more content for you guys. But please, if you guys like this video, please give me a thumbs up. And if you will be interested in how to build a studio, please leave me a comment. I really want to know how many people would be interested in seeing an entire studio build from the beginning all the way to the end. So thank you for watching this video. If you guys enjoyed this video, click that like button and consider subscribing for more content. So not only do I make YouTube videos, but I also produce tracks and I can mix and master your music. So once again, thank you for watching this video. I'm Weezna and True Sound Studios is in your ears.